How's it going, everybody? And let me get set up. Yeah, I'm frazzled. New job. Brain is just throbbing. Headache right now. Let's get going. With Matthew. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take your young child and his mother and flee into Egypt. And be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. I wonder if that is in part of Revelation. I've never put that together before. Um, Hang on just a second. Let me find it. Revelation 12, 3 and 4. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. Behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew a third part of the stars of heaven and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered for to devour her child as it was born. So I guess that's not, because he's already born. She brought forth a man child to rule in it. Okay. I just wasn't sure. When he arose, and he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt. And there were until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt I have called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceedingly wroth, and set forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not. All right, let's move over to Daniel, king of the north, king of the south, continued. He will flatter and win those who have violated the covenant, but the people who know their God will be strong and resist him. So this is the Antichrist. Wise leaders will give instruction to many, but these teachers will die by fire and the sword, or they will be jailed and robbed. During these persecutions, little help will arrive, and many will join them, will not be sincere. And some of the wise will fall victim to persecution. In this way, they will be refined and cleansed and made pure until the time of the end, for the appointed time is still to come. The Antichrist again. The king will do as he pleases, exalting himself and claiming to be greater than every god, and even blaspheming the God of gods. He will succeed, but only until the time of his wrath is completed. For what has been determined will surely take place. He will have no respect for the gods of his ancestors, or for the God loved by women. For there, if any God will boast that he is greater than them all, instead of these, he will worship the God of fortresses, the God of his ancestors never knew, and lavish on him silver, precious stones, and expensive gifts. Claiming this foreign God's help, he will attack appointed time with positions of authority, dividing the land among them as a reward. But in his estate he shall honor the God of forces, a God of whom his fathers knew not, shall he honor with gold and silver and precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory. He shall cause them to rule over many and shall divide the land for gain. Where was the one about? Magnify and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper the indignation to be accomplished, but is yet to be determined. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women. So maybe that's what it means in the King's English. I'm just not sure. Nor regard any god or magnify himself above all. So the god of forces is Cybele, the god of fortresses. It's a goddess. It's a goddess, and she's got that fort on her head. Well, I guess that's been removed now. So it's the god with the let's just say forces. I might have a picture of it. The AI has completely removed it, and I can't find it anywhere in my photos. I thought maybe I had one, but the AI has just removed it. The god of fortresses. It's a goddess, and it translates over to Cybele, which ends up being cybernetics, which ends up being the God machine, which they spoke about in the movie Donnie Darko. So it's a long story. If you go back to my Daniel study previous, I think this is my 11th study, go to the 10th study on the playlist and find this date when I did this exact, because it would have been the exact same verses, chapter and verses. I show it to you then, but I'm in a big hurry. I love y'all.